Hello friends, how are we doing today? I'm Miss Patty at Lincoln Public Library, here for story time. I've got my bucket ready. I've got my pumpkins ready. You know what I'm all ready for. If you guessed Halloween, you're right. And today's story time is going to be all about Halloween because it's right around the corner. We're going to read a fun Halloween story. I hope you're all going to be going out in costume, and if you'd like, the day before Halloween, October 30th, which is a Saturday, the library will be open and we will be here greeting trick-or-treaters. So if you want to wear your costume and come by the day before Halloween on the 30th, come on over. We'll be here from about 9 to 4:30 for the trick-or-treaters to come by and collect some goodies. I hope to see you. I'll be wearing my costume too. So, what do we see for Halloween? Witches, monsters, bats, and ghosts. Which one do you like the most? Halloween is almost here. Will you go out? Will you dare? So, witches, monsters, bats, and ghosts. Which one do you like the most? If you're like me, I like them all. I just love Halloween. It's a fun season. When else can you dress up and be something that you're not? Let's see what we've got here for Halloween. I'm going to move my book here so I can look at this little scene that we've got going on. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got some more. 4. And one more. 5. 5 little ghosts in a haunted house at play. Along came a funky skeleton and chased one ghost away. 4 little ghosts in a haunted house at play. Along came a giant monster and chased one more ghost away. 3 little ghosts in a haunted house at play. Along came a tiny spider and scared another one away. 2 little ghosts in a haunted house at play. Along came an ugly witch. And scared one more ghost away. Well, he could hide. 1 little ghost in a haunted house at play. Along came a big black cat. And chased another ghost away. And can you find the ghosts and say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ghosts, come back and play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play with the monsters, witch, cat, and spider, 'cause we all love to play spooky Halloween. All kinds of Halloween characters there. I'm wondering, have you been into the library to find our Halloween characters we've had hidden? This is last week, so you'll need to come in to see what's hiding in the library and get a prize if you find it. We've had lots of fun with those little hunts. The Halloween themed ones are always the best. What else can we see Halloween? What's this little stick? What's going to hang out on my stick here? Oh, 1, upside down. First little bat didn't make a sound. Second one said, I'll fly far tonight. And the third one said, I like sunlight. Fourth one said, I want some bugs. I want to eat some bugs. And the fifth one said, let me give you a hug. 5 little bats hanging upside down. Shh, it's daytime. Don't make a sound. Because that's when they sleep. Let's let the bats. Got lots of visitors here at the library. If you're hearing a lot of noise. And people are out looking for our characters. And if you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, stomp your feet. If you want to hear a story, stomp your feet. If you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, stomp your feet. If you want to hear a story, sit so still. If you want to hear a story, sit so still. If you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, sit so still. Our story today is called Herbert's First Halloween, and it is written by Cynthia Rylant and illustrated by Stephen Henry. And I'm reading it today with permission from Chronicle Books. That's Henry. Herbert, I'm sorry, not Henry, Herbert. And looks like he's posing as a tiger, when actually he's a real pig. He's posing with some pumpkins. Here we go. Herbert's First Halloween. Herbert was not sure about Halloween. It's a cute little piglet. Herbert's father loved Halloween. He was very excited that this was Herbert's first. Looks like he's got a lot of different masks there too. Herbert's father showed him an old picture of when he was a little boy on Halloween. It was hard for Herbert to know if it was actually him under that cowboy hat. That's when I was 3, said Herbert said. Herbert was not sure. I didn't want to be spooky, said Herbert's father. I wanted to be a cowboy. Can I be a cowboy? Asked Herbert. Yes, you can, said Herbert's dad. Can I be a tiger? Asked Herbert. Yes, said his father. See, costumes don't have to be scary. They can be funny and silly. Herbert's father measured Herbert from head to toe. He measured him for ears. He measured him for a tail. He measured him for paws with claws. Herbert said, can I roar? The answer was yes. Herbert would roar on Halloween. He practiced it in his closet. Herbert's father carved a Halloween pumpkin. He gave it a big smile because the pumpkin was so happy to be at Herbert's house. They named it Jack and put it out on the porch. Herbert's father told Herbert about the candy. On Halloween, it's everywhere, said Herbert's father. Everywhere? Asked Herbert. You will need a bucket, said Herbert's father. Just like this. A bucket? Asked Herbert. A big one, said Herbert's father, while sewing up a very fine tiger tail. Look at that. On the last day of October, Jack put on his biggest, brightest smile, and Herbert put on his costume. There's Jack, the pumpkin. First the ears, then the tail, then the paws with claws. Herbert took his father's hand. I am ready, said Herbert. And because he had been practicing, Herbert gave a very fine roar. As they walked from house to house, Herbert saw other children in their costumes. Ooh, look at this. Looks like some hedgehogs over here, dressed up as a witch, a bumblebee, and a pirate. It looks like some raccoons over here. They're dressed up as bunches of grapes. We've got some bunnies over here dressed as fairies. And some pilgrims over here. Looks like they're bears dressed as pilgrims. And these guys are ghosts. Lots of different costumes out trick-or-treating. The little ghost said, "Boo!" But Herbert said, "Roar!" Just as Herbert's father had promised, candy was everywhere. Herbert roared many tiger thank yous. Then it was time to go home. "You were a very good tiger," said Herbert's father. "I might be a bear next time," said Herbert. "Bears can be scary," said Herbert's father. "Are you sure?" Herbert gave it some thought. The answer was yes. So he wanted to be scary for Halloween. And he was sure. Look at all the candy he's got. Yay! That's the story of Herbert's first Halloween. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're going to be wearing a costume, like I said, come on in and see us. It's always a lot of fun. We've got some fun stuff at the library too. Like I said, we've got our weekly crafts that you can always come and pick up starting on Wednesdays at 2 o'clock. We've also got some coloring pages out in the lobby that we keep putting out depending on the season. So you'll find some Halloween coloring pages out there if you would like some of those. And again, like I said, we've got a character hunt going on, the Halloween hunt. And right now what we're going to do is, you guessed it, the letterbox. Our letter of the week is the letter H, and I have some things in my box that begin with the letter H, and I'm going to describe each thing to you, and you can guess what it is. Remember, letter H. Oh, this is an animal. It's big and it's gray. You might see them at the zoo. Here's the picture. Can you guess what it's called? It's called a hippopotamus. Begins with the letter H. Oh, there's something else in here that begins with H. Something that we live in. It's got a roof, and it's got some windows, and it's also got a door. You know what it's called? Here's one with the letter H right on it. House. House begins with the letter H. Oh, I've got another animal, and it's got a beak and some wings, and it clucks. And here it is. It's also got some orange feet. And it's called a hen. Hen begins with the letter H. Something else I've got in here that you might use to hang things on the wall. If you have to put up a picture or a sign. This is called a hook. Hook begins with the letter H. Next in my box, I have a nice musical instrument. Very big usually. This is a small one. And it's got some strings that you play, and it makes a beautiful sound. You know what that is? It's called a harp. Let's see, something else we've got in here. Another animal begins with the letter H. It's got a mane, and it's got a tail, and 4 legs. Sometimes you put a saddle on it and ride it. It is. They're not usually purple, but this one is. It's called a horse. Horse begins with the letter H. Can you think of some other words that begin with H? Like Halloween? That's why H is our letter of the week, because Halloween is coming. So, when you're out and about this week, look around and listen. See if you see or hear words that begin with the letter H. And if so, tell someone. Say, that's our letter of the week. So, that's your mission. And until next week, like I said, you can pop in get some books. We've got lots of Halloween books, and they're really good ones. They're going fast, too. So if you want to come in and browse around, we're here. Come in and visit. While you're here, like I said, you can pick up a craft kit. You can get some coloring pages. And just pop by the children's room and say hello if you want. Okay? Till we meet again. Bye-bye now.